Hello everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout to share for Simple Stories. I am using the new Cider Donuts collection, which I absolutely love. I always enjoy the autumn collections and this is no exception. So I love a plaid paper, as many of you will know, so I wanted to showcase as much of this paper as possible. I've also got a sheet of white card and I'm just going to cut that diamond out of the middle, I tried to do it nicely but I couldn't, so I rough cut it and then I'm just going around and trimming it. I'm making this away and I didn't have my craft knife and glass mat with me, so scissors it was, although that tends to be my preferred option anyway. And then I have some photos and I was trying to work out whether I should include one or two or more, I opted in the end just for the one. Now I do think I kind of missed a trick because I could have I cut out some more of the diamonds and I could have maybe put some photos in the diamonds, but I probably would have had to have printed them smaller and I'd already got all my photos printed, so I went for this. Okay, so you can see I'm just trimming out a couple more of the diamonds. Again, I'm just rough cutting them. Some are on the edges, so it was easy to cut out really well. The one in the middle was a little bit trickier. So I'm just chopping those out. There we go. And then I can add my background to my white card. Look at that though, it's lovely on the back, isn't it? I always feel guilty about using this, one side of the paper and not the other. So I'm just adding some foam pads around the apertures, and then that's going to give me some depth when I put my background on top of the white. So it just gives me somewhere to slot things into, poke out of, etc. So that's what I'm doing there. I do also add a stitching all the way around the outside of the layout to stick the outside edges together. I don't think I do that on film, and you can see that all I've done so far is use foam pads. I haven't put any tape around the outside edges at all, and that's where the sewing machine comes in a bit later. So I'm still trying to decide on photo choice here. Can't quite decide which one I should go for, but I did opt for this first one, which is the one I was looking at in the original, in the first place. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. I've got, I always love the tags papers in the Simple Stories collections. I'm always quite drawn to them. Sometimes I like it so much that I don't touch it. Other times I cut one or two tags out of it. And sometimes I just cut up the whole sheet because ultimately they're all tags, aren't they? They can't be used for anything else. The other side is also tags. So I always think, why don't I just cut up the whole sheet and then I've got this little pile of embellishments that I can just pick up and use. So I did that for most of these. I think I ended up with a few still in tags, but I had a big little pile of tags going on after a while with this one. I was trying to work out which ones would look the nicest behind my photo. I wanted to have some contrast because my background is quite light. When I say light, I mean that it's not a solid pattern. It's quite busy. It's got different colours in it and it's on a white background. So therefore, to have some solid areas of colour seemed to be what was needed behind my photo. So that's why I've opted for the two that I have. One is kind of like a dark orange with brown stripes, and the other one is a brown background with some rust coloured flowers. Very, very lovely. I'm really happy with how they look behind the photo, and I'm just going to mount my photo on an offcut of the diamonds paper, the plaid, using the other side. So I've got a dark brown around the edges of my photo as well. I'm using the Gather Together title from the foam stickers. I always really enjoy the foam stickers. They're great titles. Always love the fonts, and they always come with other things as well. So they always come with, well, for this one, it's got leaves and hearts and all sorts of other things. Yeah. Just going to try and figure out what I can do with the little apertures. They're quite small, so I need to know what I can fit in, and I don't want to stick anything down until I'm sure. So anyway, bottom left one, I've gone for a little chipboard piece. I think that's from the Decorative Brads. And then I'm going to add some bits to it as well. I've got a give thanks little label sticker. You can see in the bottom one I've got the pumpkin. Now that is from the foam phrases, foam stickers, and they really stick. They really stick hard. So I need to make sure that it's very gentle, gently placed on there, because I'm going to definitely need to lift it up and put something else in with that pumpkin. So it's a bit of a risk putting that there, but there we go. Hopefully it won't pull my layout apart when I prise it off in a minute. Over on the top right, that's a very small aperture because it's right on the corner. So I've got a couple of toadstools in there. Just skip forwards a little bit now. You can see that I've really made that big embellishment cluster around my photo. I've put ribbon in the tags and stapled those in, and then I've got some floral pieces, ephemera, leaves and things all poking out to the left side of the photo, and a little camera chipboard piece as well. That's from the Decorative Brads. And now I'm using the wonderful rub-ons. I mean, they get better and better with every collection that gets released. I love them. It's just so lovely to add little details, and quite a lot of them are very little, and that's lovely because they're easy to poke in and layer underneath embellishments, because of course they have to go onto a flat surface. They're not something you pop up on pop dots, for example, and they just add an extra bit of texture and depth, if you like, to the layout. So yeah, so I cut them out of the sheet, place them where I think they should go, and then I can see whether I'm happy with the positioning before I get my lolly stick out and start rubbing. Yeah, I'm loving it. So I've got a little heart and the pink toadstool on the right. I've got the flower under the photo. I've added an apple under the chipboard flower on the left. I'm not sure if I'm going to add any to the pumpkin one. I don't think I do. Probably should have done, but kind of maybe overlooked that one because I've already got the sticker in place. Anyway, I'm going to come in now with a few Decorative Brads. I always really love the Decorative Brads. I think they give a different type of texture to the layout, shine, a gloss, if you like, because they're shiny, aren't they? So here I'm now finally tackling that bottom aperture that I didn't quite know what to do with. So I've grabbed a flower sticker from the sticker sheet, and I've obviously still got my pumpkin. I've added a little heart sticker in there as well, and then I think I need to add a label over the top of that as well. I've got a label in the left one, and I've got a label just under the title that says "So Very Blessed," and I think I need one on the pumpkin as well, although I haven't got to it just yet. Yeah, it's all coming together. Just those final, there you go, there's the label. Just the final little details now to go, but I'm pretty much done. I just wanted to write in a couple of lines of journaling. It just says, "Who can find the biggest pumpkin?" ? Because that was the competition this time for some reason. I can't remember if this is because this is last year's photos. I can't remember if last year was the year where all the pumpkins were small or if they were all really, really big. Can't remember. But anyway, we went on a mission to find the biggest pumpkin this year. Often we're trying to find the smallest one. They're cheaper. But this year they were definitely trying to find the biggest one. So, right, okay, that's me done. Just added a few splatters of gold paint, and I've done that line of stitching, black stitching around the outside. So there we go. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing this layout come together. I loved making it. I love this collection. Cider and Donuts is lovely. Perfect for autumn. Thank you so very much for joining me. That was Nikki Rowland for Simple Stories.